Hey y'all, welcome and or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae, if you didn't know, and welcome to Missing Mondays. And if you're new here, Missing Monday is a series that I started on my channel basically to highlight the missing persons that we may not hear about in the mainstream media. So I just wanted to highlight their cases and get their faces and names out there so that we can bring these people home to their families and we can get them some type of closure. So if you're ready, let's go. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Lashaya Stine. Lashaya was born on February 8th in the year 2000. At the time of her disappearance, she lived with her mother, her older brother, and I do believe that she had two younger siblings. At the time, Lashaya was 16 years old, and she wasn't like one of the normal teens where, you know, at 16, we still trying to figure ourselves out. We just trying to have fun. We not really thinking a lot of us rather, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of us weren't really thinking about our futures. We wasn't thinking about like what we wanted to be in life and where we was trying to go. We was really just trying to figure out when the next basement party was. Well, I'm not really sure what the 2000s kids did because I'm pretty sure they was done having basement parties by the end. But anyways, y'all get the idea. She wasn't like that. She knew exactly what she wanted to do in life. She wanted to become a nurse, and she was even taking steps towards becoming that. She had secured an internship, which is really, really good for a 16-year-old. Like, what 16-year-old is really out here looking for and securing the bag in an intern? I mean, you really don't get no bag when you're doing an internship, but y'all get the point. Again, she knew what she wanted to do. She wanted to pursue a career in nursing, and she was taking the steps to do so. Even though Lashaya was super ambitious and she knew where she wanted to go in life and she knew the steps that she needed to take to get there, she was also, again, a teenager, and she had regular teenage desires. Like, for instance, her mother Sabrina said that for the most part, Lashaya listened to what her mother said. She followed the rules. She didn't give her very much trouble, but she did sometimes want to stay out late, go to parties, and do other things that normal teenagers do. But Sabrina, she really wasn't here for it. She kind of was just like, no, just no, like a lot of parents are. And again, Lashaya being a teenager, she did what most of us did, and she snuck out the house sometimes. And that's exactly what she was doing on the morning of her disappearance. It was around 2:30 a.m. on July 15th, 2016, and Lashaya had snuck out of the house. It's believed that she went to meet somebody because when she left the house, she left without pretty much essential things. She left without her phone charger, her wallet, or any of her clothes. And I don't know about y'all, but if I'm going anywhere for an extended amount of time, I'm definitely bringing my phone charger because your girl not trying to be out here in these streets with a dead phone. So I feel like that's a fair assessment that was made, that she went to meet somebody and that she planned to be home within a reasonable time before her phone died. So yeah, it wouldn't be until the next day that her mother Sabrina realized that Lashaya just wasn't home. But it also seemed as if Lashaya had left the house on her own accord because her bedroom window was open, and her mother thought like maybe she snuck out and left the window open so that she could come back into the house. And I think there was a plant that was somewhere around the house that was moved, so she thought that, Lashaya might have left on her own accord. So what she did was she left the house and she went to go talk to all of Lashaya's associates. She went to all the places that she thought Lashaya might be, and she talked to all her friends and everything like that, but nobody has seen her, and obviously she didn't find her because we're here making this video. And when she went back home, she called the police. She told the police everything that she knew, and the police basically said that it sounded like Lashaya was a runaway, and that if Sabrina wanted to, she could file a missing persons report and they would be over there later on that day. And Sabrina was like, okay, I'm still about to go out here and look for my baby. So that's exactly what she did. She went out there while she waited for the police. Because like I said, they said they would be there later, I guess. And she went out and she did her own foot search, and she searched and searched and searched. And she went back home, and the police would arrive at around 6:00 p.m. that evening. And again, they just brushed it off, saying that Lashaya was a runaway and she would probably be found soon. And I don't want to say not to worry about it, but pretty much don't worry about it. And honestly, this really pisses me off because even if she is a runaway, this girl is a minor. She's 16 years old. She is a high school student, and an honor high school student at that. She has no reason to run away. So I just feel like she's a minor. Find her. Whether she's a runaway or not, she still needs to be found. I don't understand that concept with the police. Do they just not understand that whether they're a runaway or not, they're a minor? I can almost understand with adults, because some adults do just be needing a break. They just be needing to get away from life and like decompress. And yes, some teens need that too. However, when it's a teenager, they're not accountable for their themselves. They are still under the care of an adult. So y'all don't think y'all should just hop on it? I don't know. That just don't sit right with me. But anyways, the police took the missing persons report, and Lashaya's story had gotten out to the community. And at first the leads was kind of rolling in slow. Like they said there would be a sighting here, there would be a sighting there, but none of it ever really panned out. And some of the sightings had actually even been across state lines. And with the sightings being across state lines, that meant the FBI had to get involved. And when the FBI got involved, you know, they did their little thing or whatever. And they also generated more tips. And majority of the tips said that Lashaya was going in and out of hotel rooms, and it looked like she was with an older gentleman who seemed to be controlling her. And that sparked up the theory that Lashaya had been sold into the sex trafficking world. And throughout the next couple of months, there would be sightings like this all throughout different states. There would be some in Kansas, I believe. There were some still in Colorado, and just various other places. But none of them ever really panned out. This was all within the first couple of months, but after a while, the leads had started to dry up. Nobody was calling in anymore. There hadn't really been any more sightings of her. But through all of this, Sabrina is still searching for her child. She is searching for her child, and there's just nothing coming up. The police, I don't want to say they gave up on her case, but there just wasn't anything to move forward with. That was until her 2-year anniversary, when the police chief, I forget his name, but he made a public plea to anyone who had information on the case to please come forward, because this family is still looking, and that he would not stop until Lashaya was found. And this generated a little bit more stuff, but it also, what you want to call it? I don't want to say solicited. It also attracted the attention of some like bums, I guess you want to call them. I won't say bum ass people. But yeah, there was this one lady by the name of Young, and she somehow got a hold of Sabrina's number, and she texted her, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember the exact verbiage of it all, but the young lady by the last name of Young would say that she had Lashaya and that she was being held until she paid off her debt. She was either gonna pay it or she was gonna work for it. And so basically she had kidnapped Lashaya because she owed over $2,000 in debt. And this all could be solved if Sabrina paid the money and Lashaya would be free. But until then, she gonna work for it. And Sabrina, being the mother and just desperate for her daughter, she's just like, please, whatever it is, I'll do it. I'll pay for it. And the lady's like, yeah, please do that, because I'm tired of hearing her crying. And that just breaks my heart, because it was all a scam. It was fake. And luckily, Sabrina didn't decide to wire this lady any money, and she turned it over to the FBI. And they found out that it was pretty much a scam, and that she was trying to scam Sabrina out of money, using her daughter as bait. And she was arrested. So good for you, bitch. That is sick. That is just so sick. Somebody is mourning their child, not even mourning a death. It's just a disappearance. They don't even know what's happening to their child. And you sitting here dangling like a little fruit in their face. And every time they get close to it, you just pull it away. So unfortunately, that turned out to be a scam, and Lashaya was still missing. Throughout the years, though, there would still be people calling in saying that they had information about Lashaya's disappearance, or saying that she was sold into sex trafficking, saying that they knew the perpetrator or they had information, but none of it ever panned out. And there was actually a pimp who got in contact with Lashaya's family, and they tried to strike a deal with them, saying that they knew the name of the perpetrator and that they were provided. I don't remember what the logistics of this one was, but basically he said he would give them information if they gave him something. But it just turns out that he was given the same information as the rest of the people, and it turned out to be Nothing at all. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but in 2017, I believe it was December, the police got a tip that said Lashaya was going to a particular house on the morning that she went missing. It said that she knew the family who lived there at the time. And so with this tip, the police had bought in cadaver dogs. They have brought in like the little scanners to find pretty much anything that would be under the ground, like excavators and all that stuff. But I don't know about excavators, but they ended up not finding anything. And so with that, the case was at a standstill yet again. And pretty much that's where it's been since then. To this day, they have pretty much nothing. They don't know anything. They have no leads. All the things that people are saying are leading to the strong suggestion that she was sold into sex trafficking. So her mother is really hopeful that she's out there somewhere, but there's really just no telling. And honestly, I know this is gonna sound real funny, but it's almost like I hope she's out there being sex trafficked, not because I hope she's being sex trafficked, but like because that means that there's a chance that she's still out there alive somewhere, and that there's a chance that this family can get some type of peace, because there's really just nothing. At some point, the police finally released a piece of evidence that the family had no clue about, and it was a CCTV footage of Lashaya at 2:30 in the morning walking near the intersection of Peoria and Montview. And it's a really quick clip. She was walking on the intersection and then she turned, and that was pretty much it. And other than that, there's nothing. But like I said, I just really hope that this family can somehow get peace. I honestly pray that Lashaya is still out there. And if somehow anybody who knows Lashaya or has seen her face, there's an age progression that I'll put up on the screen now for I believe the age of 19. She was 16 at the time of her disappearance. She would be 21 now. If anybody has information, please call the Aurora, Colorado. I don't think I never ever said where she was. She was in Aurora, Colorado. She was last seen in Aurora, Colorado. I'm sorry that it took so long to say that. I don't know why I didn't say that. But anyways, if anybody has information, please call the Aurora, Colorado Police Department. The number is right here. It's 303-627-3100. Again, that is 303-627-3100. Please help this family get this young lady back, because she has such a promising future. And let's not be judgmental about the fact that she left on her own accord, because we've all done it. We've all done questionable things as teenagers. I mean, hell, I've done some questionable things as an adult. So don't be judgmental, and don't say she was a runaway, and don't just throw her away, and don't just throw it off as she left on her own accord. Yes, she did, but I'm pretty sure that she was planning to go home. So if you have any information, or if you have seen her, please contact the authorities. I feel so weird ending the video now, because it's like, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. But like, can't really enjoy that, no? Anyways, thank y'all for watching. If this is something that you would like to see more of, then like, comment, and subscribe, because I do Missing Mondays every single week. I will talk to y'all in the next one, and I'll see y'all next week.